So we are in Chapter 2, Information Technology, Data Resource Management. Data Resource Management and Data Administration or Data Resource Management is an organizational function working in the area of information system and computer science that plans, organize, describe, and control data resource. Database dictionary and database development. Database development may start with a top-down, that means top-down data planning process. Database development involves data planning and database design activities. Data model that support business process are used to develop database that meet the information need for use. So here, what is top-down? From the top to the bottom. So first, data planning, develop a model of business process, then enterprise model of business process with documentation, and under that requirement of a specification, we have to define the information needs to end user in business process. And under this, what we have to do, we need the description of user needs, maybe representative nature language or using the tool of a particular design methodology. And then we have to conceptual design the database. Here, expression all information requirement in the form of a high-level model, and that goes for conceptual data model of an expression as entity relationship model. After that, we have to need the logical design of database. So there's the translation of conceptual model into the data model of a database management system. After that, with that logical data model, that is relation, network, etc., different types of database model used here, for example, object-oriented, etc. Within that model, we go for the physical design. And physical design determine the data storage, is meaning that determine the data storage, structure, and access method. And finally, within that physical design, physical data model is storage, representation, and access method. This is the is called the database development through the top-down, through the planning process. And this example of the logical and physical database, what we are seeing here, logical and physical, this one is a logical and physical. Example of the logical and physical database views of the software interface of a banking service information system here. So logical user, here first checking application, saving here the bank database, here the database management system for the bank, and banking service data model. Within the checking and service data model, here saving application or checking application, installation loan, etc. Within the CBS system, installation loan application, logical user view, data elements, and relationship needs to check, saving or installation, data element and relationship needs to the support to the all bank service, software interface, the database management system provide access to bank database, physical database, organize, that means this software interface or logically said that if one client of bank, one loan client, he has the different types of loans. He has taken, for example, LC and project loan. Can be they have the another different type of LC or the different part of LC, different side, different board, different types of loan. There are fewer project loan, fewer. Sometimes they can take OD advance. Etc. Different steps all goes within the server. If run for the ID through the by the ID of that customer, all item within that one sheet. So this is the logical thing for query, checking, etc. And managing data resource. Data are vital organizational resource that need to be managed like other important business asset. So is the asset also. Data is the asset. For you think about the bank's data. You have an account within bank, but if you see that bank lost their data, so what would be your account's status? What would be your balance? If you know balance, that means you deposit amount, withdraw amount, that is you will be lose. And for example, that type of thing. So we can say that data are vital organizational resource that need to be managed like other important business asset. And today's business only depends data management. That's why organization and their managers need to protect data resource management. Is the managerial activity. So data resource management is mean that it's the managerial activity, applies information system technology to managing data resource to meet needs for business stakeholders, data from internal operation and from external environment. Each mouse clicks generate fresh piece of data, analyze each click for the competitive advantage. Now types of database. That is contains development of information technology in the business. Application have result the evaluation the several major types of database. Here we can say this is the picture of different types of database. Here the distributed database. How they work is the client PC or server using end user here taking the end user database. From there it goes for the network server. From that network server, external database on the internal and online service and operational database of the organization, data mart, data warehouse. Here another all are the different types of all are the database, and they work with the interrelated within the network server. Here distributed database, end user database, data warehouse, data mart, operational database, external database for internal use or online use, etc. Operational database. Store details data need for support the business, process and operation of the company. They are also called the subject or subject area data that operational will require for the operation. So here from this data warehouse, enterprise server is here, operational database, these three items here, and working group server. So through that warehouse, data taking the enterprise server, and within the server, operational database work with the workstation. Distributed database. Many organizations reflects distributed distributed database can be considered one network server of the in the web also. The corporation etc. Look here distributed database, database manager here, all talking in the cloud network and database manager through that networking internet using database manager. And database manager, database, all are the database manager, they are working through that cloud networking. An external database. Access to wealth of information from external database is available for a free from commercial online service, etc. So here without charge, there are different types of database we can use in the website also. In the cloud data, cloud computing and cloud data we can use in freely at this moment. What we are using in our Google Drive 50 GB we can use freely. So this is also that is our also our storage, personal database storage that. So website provide an endless variety of hyperlinked page of multimedia document in hyper that is database for use to us. Here saying that CMS application server, travel, external business object, and external connection with that. Here is this line is link, import data from external database and within the internal database. Hypermedia database. The hypermedia database consists of hyperlink pages of multimedia. It can be graphics, image, video, etc. So here, web browse client server through the internet or externet using the web server software is the network server, using the HTML, that means our website, hyperlink database, web page, image, etc. Data warehousing and data mining. So what is data warehousing? Data warehousing is store data that have been extracted from the previous operation. External and other database of an organization is taking the data warehouse, and it is the central source of data that have been cleaned, transferred, and cataloged so that they can be used to manage one other business profession for data mining. So this is another data mining. Online analytical process and other form of business analysis, market research, decision support. And data warehouse may be subdivided into data mart, which hold subset of data from the warehouse that focus on a specific aspect of company, such as the department or business process. Here saying that, so database can be subdivided into data mining. Here, the component of complete data warehouse system. So if we see the left side, operational, external, other database, data acquisition, and warehouse design here through the metadata management, and data management here, analytical data store, enterprise warehouse, data mart, and metadata, that is big data, metadata directory, metadata, and then here's come our client server that we use in data analysis here, web information system. So this is that components of the complete data warehouses, that data management, and within the analytical data store, enterprise warehouse, data mart, and operational external database, data acquisition, warehouse design, metadata management, metadata dictionary, and web information system, data analysis, etc. The part or component of the warehouse system, data warehouse system. So here, metadata, data that define the data in the data warehouse are stored in a metadata repository and cataloged by a metadata dictionary. So here, a data warehouse, that is data mart, subset hold data that have been extracted from various operation database for business analysis, market research, designing support, and data mining application. So data warehouse, here applications are ERP, inventory control, also within the ERP, that's within the application, ERP, inventory control, logistic, shipping, that's why the supply chain management, purchasing, CRM, etc. It's all within the database, and data mart is the part of the database. Finance, marketing, it is segregation, marketing, sale, accounting, management report, all that is subset of the database and data warehouse. So it is the part of the data warehouse, the data mart. So here, data mining. Data mining is a major use of data warehouse, database, and the static data they contain. Data mining is a major use of a data warehouse, database, and the static data they contain. So we'll see also the main component of data mining is that perform market-based analysis to identify new product bundles, find a root cause of quality of management problems, prevent, so using the database, how data mining extracts business knowledge from a data warehouse. So here, this is the database, if you see the picture, and from there, the select from the data and is the targeted data, select from the database, and database that selected or targeted data, a data transformation goes to the data warehouse, and from that data mining goes to the patterns, and that enterprise evaluation, and with the business knowledge they find the market basket analysis, identify product bundle, and root cause analysis for the manufacturing problem from the data, and customer attribute the acquiring new customer, cross sell of existing customer, profile customer with more accuracy. So this is the data mining, and data mining said that data mining is the data in a data warehouse are analyzed to reveal hidden patterns and trends to historical business activity. This analysis can be used to help managers make decisions about strategic changes in business operation to gain competitive advantage in the marketplace. So in the marketplace, what is file processing? The file processing is the process to creating a store and creating content of files. We can also say file throw process. And traditional file process, this is the traditional file process system. And that system include manual system and also computer-based file system that were linked to particular application program. So this is the customer transaction. Here, this is the example of file process system in bank here. And here, what are the problems with the traditional and processing system? Problems relating that was resulting from the traditional and environment include data redundancy, duplication, and data multiple file, leading of data. What are problems with traditional file processing system? Because it can be duplication, multiple file, and inconsistency, difference value. That type of problem with the traditional file processing system. That's why new file processing system were introduced, and program data dependency also. And what are the main difference between a file processing system and database system? So we can say that a file processing system is usually designed to allow one or more programs to access different data file at the same time. In the file processing system, a file can access by two programs concurrently. Only in both programs have read-only access to the file, and redundancy in the control in database management system, but not in the file system. So if we use a big database system, we can use that means more than one people then use same data in same time. But if one item, we cannot use that is more than one. So here the database management approach to solve the problem encouraged in the processing approach. The database management approach was conceived as the foundation of modern method of managing organization data, and the database management system is the main software tool of the database management approach because it's control the creation, maintenance, use of database of an organization and its end user. So here database management system, and that type of different types of database management system we're using and different server. So here database management system, that means have to use an example of database management approach in banking side here. Look, here is the customer database, and where the all data of customer, checking data, saving account, installation, other, and database management system here, customer transaction process, checking account program, saving account or loan installment, etc., and inquiry from that side. So here the mainframe and server computer system used within the database system, and database management system is an important system software package that control the development, use and maintenance of database of computer using organization. And here is the common software component, a function of database management system here. That is database definition is the language and graphical tools, etc. Non-processing access, language and graphic tools access data without complexity coding, application development. Here the process language interface, transaction processing and database joining. Three major function of database. So one is create new database and database application to maintain the quality of data of an organization database, to use the database of an organization to provide the information that is end users use. Database management, here three main items: create, maintain and use. So create, database and application development; maintain, database maintenance; use, database here integration. So database management, operating system, we know database management system, application program within the database. So the three major use of database management system software are create, maintain and use of database of an organization. Database integration, here database integration capability is a major benefit of the database management approach. Here is the end user database query, that means goes to the query language and report generate here. SQL query, here the SQL language is used internationally and found the database package within the database system. And Boolean Logic is also the algebra which is setting around to the world, that's a Boolean operation, or, and, nor, etc. So Boolean programming is here. Here logical thing, Boolean logical express, we can write Boolean logic. Boolean logic expression is any expression that has a Boolean value. Here is and, that means a graphical symbol is called A or B. It's got some, for example, here we can write Boolean logic expression using the algebraic function notion from the chart. So later on we will see another chart of Boolean. And database maintenance, process of accomplish the transaction process system and other end user application with the support to the database management system. And this is the application development. And in addition, database management system package apply to major role application development, end user system analysis. Other application development can be used internal 4GL language as a built-in software development tool providing by the many database management system package to develop custom application program. So this type of database and difference between operational database system and warehouse database system. So operational database system is used for the operation, and data warehouse system are generally designed to support high volume analytical processing, and data warehouse system focus on information out. In data warehouse system, data is stored with a subject oriented and performance is high for analytical query. It is used for online analytical processing, and data warehouse system read with the historical data. Data within the data warehouse is non-volatile, and meaning where the data is added, all data is not erased, so really updated. So multiple dimension data structure. So but operational data is the complex structure. So this is the difference between operational database system and data warehouse. And this is few YouTube link. If you get time, you can watch the videos, as all videos related to further with this chapter also. Is a big chapter also, so just we discuss shortly here basic thing. So here we say the data resource management, and within the database management system we see fundamental data concept here: character, field, record, file, and database. So describing here bit, byte, and also here record, file, database structure. We have seen here the different types of database structure. So it is the tree, network structure, also tree. And here we say object oriented database, then hello multimedial database, multidimensional database, then database development process, data dictionary, database development, managing data resource, types of database, operational database, distributed database, external database, hypermedia database, data warehouse, and here data mining, traditional file processing, and etc. So it's all from this chapter, and now we'll go for new one. This one.